not sure how much weight you want to put in this title, considering we're only a quarter of the way into the century. But yes, Beyoncé has been named the #1 pop star, the greatest pop star of the 21st century.
And we are 25 years in.
I mean, that's all right.
Not bad. I mean, there are a lot of big stars.
There are big stars. I just feel like, why did you need to? I get it. You do it at the quarter century mark.
I'm definitely not going to be around for the
finale. When they do it again in 25 years.
Right. It's interesting because we told you before Taylor Swift #2. And there's a big debate over this among some.
Yes. Obviously, Taylor's army of fans feels slighted. Meanwhile, the Beehive says, no duh, of course she's the biggest. Now, Billboard's explanation for this does acknowledge that Taylor Swift is the bigger artist as far as sales, but they still said Beyoncé had overall more impact. It is insanely impressive that Taylor has even made it a discussion after missing the whole first quarter of the period. This was in the Billboard announcement. They said, but only Beyoncé has spent the entirety of the last 25 years exemplifying greatness in every form imaginable.
It's a weird sentence. It's like, in other words, she missed the first 8 years. Okay,
right.
Well, it's like
they're trying to rationalize it because they know that Taylor's fans are
don't rationalize it. Just say it. It's like the Beatles hit in 1964, but they eclipsed everybody quickly, even if they had started long before them. So that's not a measure to me. That's not a measure to me.
Right.
Cultural impact, it's not just that she came around first, because it's that she's endured just as big after Taylor, too. Like, Taylor might have sold more records, but this is also a thing for Taylor Swift fans. Taylor might have sold more, but depending on how you want to do the criteria, if you're factoring numbers in solely, if we're going by most charted songs, most top 10 hits, most #1 hits, Taylor is still second to Drake. So, yeah, there's all kinds of ways to look at it, but Billboard's thing is for having incredible cultural impact and relevance and innovation and iconic hits for the entirety of this century, yeah, it's Beyoncé.
Eric, tick off the hits, because when you did that in the morning meeting today, it really shocked me. I mean, I knew she had a lot of hits, but when you hear
Beyonce, you're talking
when you hear not just the number of hits, but
iconic,
the level of
memorable
hits.
That's the thing. If you look, so Taylor's first album came out at the end of 2006. Going back to 2000 with Beyonce, and you have to include Destiny's Child, which I think is fair. You've got Say My Name, Crazy in Love, Irreplaceable, so many iconic songs, Survivor, Independent Women. Beyonce was already an icon by the time Taylor's first album came out, and she has stayed an icon ever since, because then you got Single Ladies and Cuff It, and this year, Texas Hold'em. Beyonce's always relevant and at the center of the conversation.
And that's why she got the title. Now,
I think it's fair.
So we actually got out one of the most accomplished songwriters in the industry, Diane Warren, and we asked her, did Billboard get it right? This is admittedly probably a tough spot.
Oh, it's a totally tough spot
because put Diane in.
Well, because Diane has produced and written for both of them.
Right, but hey, this is what we do. Here's what she said.
Billboard just listed her as the greatest pop star. A lot of people were saying it should have been Taylor Swift. What do you think?
I don't know. Everybody's awesome. I've done songs for both of them, so I'm good.
Okay. You said you worked with both of them, so you're good?
And they're both great.
They are both great.
You know?
So you don't think there should be any competition?
I don't know. Why is there competition? Everybody is great in their own way.
Well, Diane.
Diane has
competition.
Diane has
I know
to say
that she has to be.
Diane Switzerland Warren there giving us her opinion on it.
Right.
Now, Tina Knowles, on the other hand, has a dog in the fight. And
you want to rephrase that? She has a daughter in the fight?
A daughter in the fight. And she went full bore on this.
What do you think about Beyonce being the greatest pop star of all time?
That's nice.
You said very nice. Do you guys ever get used to those titles?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Like,
yeah. We get so many of them. Of course, we're gonna get.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's the honest answer.
I'm from North Florida, and I think that both Beyonce and Taylor are incredible artists. I do think, however, that Billboard highlighting and naming Beyonce as the greatest pop star of the 21st century really highlights her unmatched and unparalleled influence and versatility. I do agree with Diane Warren, though there's no competition. Both of these women are legends in their own right.
Oh, let me ask you a question.
There is a competition.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think they feel competition?
I think that a little competition is always healthy.
No,
It
you
definitely
just
keeps-
changed your opinion. You literally just
So there
changed
is
your
competition,
opinion.
right?
For us, there's competition, of course, in the industry, but they're both legends. It's just that the versatility, when you look at, as you all were mentioning, Beyonce has been in this industry for a bit longer, 8 years more than Taylor Swift. And the fact that she's been able to stay relevant and her name is still constantly, trending, it does show that she is absolutely the greatest pop star, in my opinion.
Okay.
Interesting.
We've
By
settled
way,
the competition.
If there wasn't any competition, we wouldn't have these stupid award shows.